Hey, what's up guys? Carolina here. I've been working all day preparing a webinar that I'm hosting tonight for my Spanish audience, where I'm going to be talking about personal branding, and I will be selling my personal branding course at the end. I have a course that I released a few months ago where I teach people how to position their personal brand on the internet, and I made this course in Spanish. And I told you, I don't know if it was the previous vlog, I think I mentioned that depending on the response today, I would do this in English as well. You know, the Spanish market is always demanding that I create more content in Spanish. I've been seriously thinking about vlogging in Spanish too. I just, I don't know how I would be able to juggle that. I would probably need to get a second camera. Otherwise it would be a big mess. It would be a really big mess if I had everything in one camera, one memory card. So I would probably, I think the way I would do it is I would vlog one day in English in the morning and then in the afternoon maybe in Spanish, or maybe I could switch every other day. I don't know, we'll see about that. Just want to let you guys know the value of speaking more than one language. And I know for a lot of people from my country and, you know, from South America in general, it probably seems weird to them that I put out all this content in English, being that it's not my language. I don't know what you guys think. Like, I see tons and tons of marketers who are not native English speakers, like that's not their first language, like myself, who do what I do. But the majority of them don't live in their home countries. Like, there's several people who moved to English speaking countries, and so that's also one of the reasons why they put out all the content in English. But let's take a look at PewDiePie, for example. That kid was smart. When he got started, he was living in Sweden, but he saw the value of creating all his content in English. I think he might have a couple videos in Swedish, like from 10 years ago or something. No, I don't think he started 10 years ago, but well, he started a very long time ago. I know he saw the value, and today all of his content is in English, obviously, but he moved to the UK a few years ago. But regardless, when he was in Sweden, he was doing content in English because it opens doors. It opens doors. On the flip side, Spanish opens doors as well for you guys. Why? I mean, have you looked at a map lately? How many countries, do you know how many countries speak Spanish? It is more than the people that speak English. There's Spain, and then there's all of Latin America except Brazil, Suriname, French Guiana, I think. And then you have all of Central America except for a few islands, you know, like the Bahamas or Curacao. There are a few islands, of course, in the Caribbean where they don't speak Spanish, but for the most part, oh, and then there's Mexico. I mean, come on, there's Mexico. Spanish is one of the most popular languages too. So imagine if you, as an English speaker, if you learn Spanish, you're also opening the doors of the world for yourself, and then you can leave an even bigger legacy. In my personal case, I'm working really hard to maintain a certain balance. I am more active in the English world than in the Spanish world, and so this webinar is a way for me to, what is the word, redeem myself, I guess, to show the Spanish market, hey, I'm here, I got value for you guys too. And so we'll see how it goes. We'll see how many people get my course. There are 1,000 people registered. By the way, just out of curiosity, let me show you proof that there are 1,000 people registered, because I don't like putting out these big numbers out there without backing them up. Like Muhammad Ali said, it's not bragging if you can back it up. So check this out. How to create a personal brand from zero, from scratch. 1,000 registrants. Thursday, December 28th, 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Eastern. So yes, there are a lot of people registered, and out of those 1,000 people, only 100 will be able to show up, because the GoToWebinar platform, which is the one I use, only allows 100 people live, which it's the plan that I have. You know, it's what I pay every month. I pay like 89 bucks a month. So it is my favorite platform, but it does have several limitations, unfortunately. So what I will do is I will host this webinar now, and we'll most likely do another one next week for all the people that couldn't get in, and use a different platform. Anyway, I will be selling a $197 course plus a few bonuses, and I'm excited. I'll see how it goes, and I'll share it with you guys. Gotta go now, gotta keep working on the presentation. Okay guys, I'm getting a little bit stressed out. I have less than 30 minutes before the webinar starts and I'm not done yet with the presentation. You know, I think I was talking to you guys about how difficult it can be sometimes for me to focus. I've realized that when I'm under pressure, like now, when there are external deadlines, like I have to show up for this webinar because there are people waiting for me, expecting me. When I'm in these situations, I tend to focus a lot more and be a lot more productive. But, you know, it's not ideal. So definitely don't recommend that you work a lot under pressure. But yeah, there are circumstances where it works and it makes me more productive. I have the slides here and I'm tweaking them and adding a few final things. But of course, I'm a little bit scared that I won't be done on time. So let's see if I can pull it off. I'll see you in a bit. Alright guys, so the webinar went really well. People loved it. I had over 100 people, actually a maximum of 100 people, but over 100 people were trying to get in and not all of them were able to get in. My current GoToWebinar plan only allows 100 people on the live call and 1,000 people got registered, so that was awesome. And people really enjoyed the training, so I think I will definitely replicate this in English very, very soon. And hopefully you are already in my email newsletter, and if you're not, check the link in the description for you to download my ebook, my 7 Steps to Online Profits ebook, so that you can get on my email newsletter. That way you find out about my webinars a lot sooner. And of course, if you follow me on Instagram at Carolina Millan, showing up here right now at Carolina Millan, follow me on Instagram and follow my Instagram stories. And that way you can also find out about my trainings, about everything that I'm up to in real time. So right now I am reasonably tired, so I'm gonna go to bed. But first, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for having been a part of my life. 2017. You'll be watching this vlog sometime in January, I think. But either way, whatever. Love you. Thank you so much for helping me spread my word. Please share my content if you're enjoying it. And of course, be sure to subscribe if this is the first of my videos that you ever watch. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, tap the notification bell so you don't miss a single update from me. Keep rocking and make your life a masterpiece. I'll see you soon. December 28th.